Hi, this is Cora. Today I would like to give you a 20-minute short sequence that you can practice at the office with a chair and at your desk. Sit on the chair, sit up straight. You can use your hands to widen the sitting bones so to feel the base of your pelvis widen. Sit up tall. So the back of your head is in line with the tailbone, spine up straight. Roll your shoulders back and down, even a little bit movements to roll your shoulders back a couple times would be helpful if you have been sitting for a while. Okay, now bring your arms over your head and stretch your arms up. That can help you extend the spine and stretch your upper body away from your lower body. And then bring your right arm under the left into eagle arms. Now, if crossing the forearms is challenging, then you can bring your hands on your shoulders, but the elbows are close to each other. Keeping this position, lift the elbows up, but bring the shoulders down. So the shoulders away from the ears and try to lift the elbows up and broaden the upper back. If you can interlace the forearms, then you're doing the same, lifting the elbows up, releasing the shoulders down. Keeping the body upright, keeping the lower body rounded. Lift up, the elbows a bit higher, soften the shoulders a little bit more. Keep breathing, inhale. And exhale. After you're sitting for a long time, it's nice to stretch the shoulders and back. Okay, and then we release and we switch sides. Stretch your arms to your head, and then this time left arm cross under the right elbow. Twine the arms or hold the shoulders. Twine the arms really well to working on your wrist joints, elbow joints, and shoulder joints. The upper body joints, and then from here, lift the elbows up as you release the shoulders down. So the top of the shoulders is moving away from the head as your elbows go up away from the lower body. Lift up a bit higher, soften the shoulders, and keep breathing. Now in this position, the upper back is broad and away from each other. There's a little bit of round back. And stay there. Keeping the spine upright. The head can still move left to right, so don't squeeze the shoulders. Instead, the neck is free. Take a couple deep breaths in here. Good, and slowly release. Bring your hands down by the side and just let the arms dangle for a moment. Okay, now let's move into the hips. Keeping the feet on the floor and the feet are parallel. You may need to move a little bit forward to the front side of the chair and then lean back a bit and cross the right ankle on top of your left thigh into a number 4 position. Now this position is to target the hips and the thigh, which is usually quite tight. So a little bit, you lean the body forward. Even bring the forearms on top of your right shin and right ankle. So maybe you can stay here, or if this is okay, then slowly bring yourself forward. Move the hips back, keeping the spine long instead of rounding the body, look forward slightly. And then using your left elbow and right elbow to guide the right shin more parallel, so the right knee is going down instead of lifting up. You slowly, gently guide the right knee down. This will target your right outer thigh muscles and the outer right glute muscles. Staying there for a moment and lean the body forward. Bring the abdomen more towards your heart instead of rounding. Find more space on the front side of the body. Now maintaining that the opposite hip, the left hip is going down. So the right knee, left hip is going down. Keep breathing. Now if this is okay, you can go even more. Then you can even bring the hands on the floor. Bring the hands on the floor. Again, right knee goes down, outer left hip goes down. Release the head. Relax the head, getting a little bit of the neck stretch. Again, shoulders away from the ears. Get a deep breath in and deep breath out. Now slowly come up, look forward. Bring one hand on the knee, the other hand on your foot, and release. Let's change side. Bend the left knee, may need to lean back, and left ankle over your right thigh. Slowly guide the left knee down using the hands to push down with help, and then even out the sitting bones, so both sitting bones are even on towards the chin. Slowly lean forward, one elbow, two elbow on top of your left shin. Now flex the left foot, lean the chest forward, gaze slightly forward to lower the body down. So instead of rounding, you're thinking about extending the spine here. Push the right foot down so the shin bone is more vertical, grounding the right foot. Left knee slowly softening down towards the floor, lean the body forward, using the body weight to guide the left knee, outer left thigh, and left hip go down. Then you can experiment going down and bring the hands towards the floor. And then using the breath to guide you, get into this position and breathe into the hips. And then also breathe into the legs. Relax the head. Keep breathing, easy breathing. Good. Slowly come up, one hand on the foot, the other hand on the knee, and slowly sit up. Release the left leg. All right, now let's go a little bit on the wrist. So if you're at a desk job, a lot of time the hands can get a little bit tight, and then the wrists also get a little bit tight as well. So what we can do is to stretch out the wrist. Now, bring your hands forward, interlace the fingers forward. Stretch all the knuckles forward and stretch your arms. So all the knuckle bones are pushing forward, stretch your arms forward, and then bring your arms up over your head. Now the arms may not be straight, but try your best to stretch your arms straight. Push the knuckles up and bring the baby finger more towards the back. So you might be here, that's okay, just stretch yourself really well, using the arms to pull the spine as well. At the same time, stretch the knuckles, stretch the fingers. Back to center and release. Let's switch sides. Switch to either other interlace, and then again try to close the webbings all the way. Stretch your arms forward and then bring your arms up. Stretching the spine, stretching the arms, lengthening, extension. And then from here again, push the base of the palms more up to the ceiling and stretching the finger bones. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. And slowly bring your arms forward and release. Good. Interlace your fingers and then just draw a little bit of wrist circles. Now, from here, bring the one hand forward and bring my right hand forward and flex the hand. Now, using the left hand to place the fingers on towards the base of the palms and gently, gently pull the hand back. So my right arm is now straight and you're using the left hand to flex the right arm. If this is okay, you can even gently pull the fingers back towards you, one after each other. Be gentle with this movement. This is really good for carpal tunnels. And at the same time, if you have tightness wrists, this is really helpful. And release, switch sides. Left hand forward, palm facing up. Flex the hand so the fingers are pointing down. First, use the right hand, using the fingers to pull the palm towards you first. So the left arm is now straight, the elbows are long. Gently pull in. And it's okay. Now we go into the fingers. Baby finger, forefinger, middle finger, second, and thumb. Go easy on this. And slowly release. Again, draw some wrist circle, maybe switch to interlace. Good. Now let's move to the upper back. You may need to scoot forward a little bit to the front side of the chair and then lean forward so your hands can touch some part of the back of the chair. Most of us in the office or at home, the chair will have a back rest, so you just hold on. Sometimes maybe some of us can go lower and some of us can go a little bit higher. Now draw the shoulders back and down again so it's not squeezing back in the neck this week, and just pull. So stretch your arms straight and coil the upper back so the upper back is moving forward. There's a slight squeeze in the shoulder blades. This is really good. The arms are an extension behind you, and then that would help you to open the front side chest, which is usually rounded, and then at the same time activate the upper arm. Stay here, breathe well. Good, and slowly release, release. Okay, now let's work a little bit on triceps and core. Now this one will be a little bit weird because if you're doing it in the office, people may look at you, but that's okay. You don't care. All right, a little bit movement break. So let's go think about going to the gym. We're thinking about doing tricep dips. Now this is great because it's working the core, working the legs, and at the same time working the arms. Now we start with knees bent, right? So this is a little bit easier. Hands holding on the side of the chair, palms facing down, and the arms are straight. Now keeping that, shift the weight forward, and then keeping the elbows in. Again, this is working on the shoulders, and then from here, slowly lower down. Elbows are in, not out. Don't wing the elbows out, and slowly come down, and then push it up, and then go down. Do a couple of these. Knees are bent for now. You're sliding the upper body down, so you're not shifting the hips forward. This is like a chair, you're sliding the body down, and then up a couple of times. Elbows in, pointing towards the back of the chair, not going to the side. If you need a rest, just sit back down in the chair for a moment. Now, there's a more challenging one with the leg straight. The benefits of that is you straighten the back of your leg as well. We've been sitting so long all day, the back of your knees is really tight. So if you can do it with leg straight, there's extra benefits to stretching the back of your legs. So now let's try a couple of these. And this one really engage the legs and cores and also your arm strength. Slowly go down, tricep dips, why not? Couple of these, elbows in, not up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the elbows, legs straight. You can really feel the legs and the core work here. All right, extra. If you are okay with this, even bring the feet down and lift the chest up. Slowly come down, sit towards the floor, lift, feet on the floor, toes on the floor. Now you're doing a little bit of a back bend. This is whole body work. Let's do 2 more of these. Last one. Good, now to come back, look forward, walk back, and sit down on the chair. Okay, let's do a little bit of a twist. Okay, so when you have a chair with a backrest, it's really nice to twist the body side to side to loosen up the spine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the chair rest on my right side. So let me demonstrate that. So the chair rest is on the right side and you sit on the side edge of the chair. Now, bring the hands on towards the chair rest. The feet are together and you're sitting all the way to the back side edge of the chair. Now, this is a principle twist. A lot of time when we twist, we just turn the whole body. We'd like you to think about keeping the pelvis more even on the chair. And then first, very important, you extend the spine. So you want to lift the lower back away from the pelvis. So the lower back lifts, not twisting so much. The lower back only have less than 12 degrees of twisting capacity. You really want that to lift. Many of us have lower back issue, so this is very important. Now, hands holding on the side of the chair. If you have an office chair that will work as well, just work with it. Now from here, feet on the floor, pelvis on the floor, and then lift the spine really well. And then now, the hands are holding on the chair. I'm twisting to the right. The left hand is pulling the chair towards you, and the right hand is pushing. Again, the left hand pulling in, right hand pushing out. So that would really activate the mid-upper back, the thoracic spine. Again, ground the sitting bones. Inhale, lift the lower back, lift the abdomen. Exhale, pull with your left hand and push with your right. Even look back, your head look back towards your right shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull with your left hand and push with the right. So you're rotating more with the mid-back, upper back. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. Good, come back to center, slowly unwind. and then do the other side. So because I'm facing the camera, I'm going to turn the chair, but obviously you don't have to when you're at the office or at home. Now sitting on the back side of the chair, and the feet are together, ground the legs and keeping the hips more even, so you're not turning so much from the pelvis. We want to isolate more, working with the mid-upper back, which is the part that are usually more stiff. Now keeping the hips more even, and then from here, hands holding towards the chair rest. Again, instead of leaning forward towards the chair, your spine is more upright. Ground the sitting bone. When I'm turning towards your left side, you want to ground the right side sitting bone more, so the hips are even. Lift the spine straight up vertically, and then from here, pull with your right hand and push with the left. So it's like pulling and pushing, pulling and pushing. So instead of turning like this, you're actually, the hands on the chair is super useful. Pull with your right hand, push with your left. Keeping the spine upright, so the head and the tailbone is more in one line. Lift the spine, abdomen in, not flaring out, ribcage slightly draw in, and pull with your right hand and push with your left, and then look the head towards your left shoulder. So even the neck, the cervical spine is having a little bit of a turn. Good. Come back to center and release. Come back to center, and then from here, just scoot back. Then walk your feet as wide as the legs of the chair, and slowly come down and just relax for a moment. Bring the hands down. Again, I'm using a yoga chair, but most of the home chair, office chair, dining chair will also work. But make sure they're not the chair with the rollers though, right? Those would be quite unstable. Let's take one more breath in here. And then slowly come back up. Okay, so we've been sitting for so long, we will do one pose with the chair in front of you. You can also just use your desk, right, on the chair, right? We're just going to do downward facing dog. So the hands can be on the chair or even on your desk, and you just bring your hands on the chair or on the desk, and then just stretch your whole body like in a down dog shape. So I do that when I'm at work or when I'm working at home. It's just like really stretching the body, and when the hands are elevated, not on the floor, it's a lot easier. It's super effective, so you just stay there for a moment. Good, and now if you are, want a little bit more challenging, even on the chair, do plank pose, and then go back to downward facing dog a couple times. So I used to think the chair is poison, right? The chair is something that we sit on too much. They say the chair is the new cigarettes. No. Once you know how to use the chair or even the desk or any props at your desk, you can really incorporate all these movements. Small movements, stance movement, breaks during the day. Forward a couple times, plank, and then heels back, down dog. Just a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes break, these movement breaks during the day would be super helpful. All right, come to plank. You can even do a up dog and open up the chest, stretch the back of your legs, keeping the arms straight. And then down dog. Slowly walk in, and that's it. So this is a small sequence to work in the whole body, from the shoulders and the hips to the spine, and then also some of the smaller joints, including the ankle joint, wrist joint. I hope you enjoy this session. I'll see you soon.